Perivale. Why did Ian Briggs choose Perivale?
I think he chose Perivale because he had been working at an amateur theatre called Questers in England. And he'd met some girls there who he thought it would be really good to base the character based on. And one of them, the one Joanne, her name was, and she came from Perivale, so he thought, yeah, okay, Perivale then.
Quite handy, I suppose, when you got to it for filming for Survival, that it was just down the road from TV sets.
Yeah, I don't know whether that has anything to do with it, but it was quite handy.
So he based the character on Joanne, but then called her Dorothy.
Yeah, there's two other girls as well. She was a sort of amalgam of these three girls that he knew. And yeah, I think he chose the name Dorothy because it was a name that he, that she wouldn't like. So then she'd have to give herself a nickname.
Which is very escapable. Can I just clarify something, which is, I don't know whether it's true or not. There was stories back in the 80s where it wasn't, Sarah Griffiths was in Delta and Batman playing Ray, and you were then in the following story, and they weren't sure who they were going to have as companion. Is that true, or is that sort of apocryphal?
JNT always said to me that throughout that series, Sylvester's series, it was his first series, wasn't it? That there were a lot of young. There was a Kang as well, wasn't there? One of the.
There was. It was played by Mark Strickson's then wife.
Oh right, okay, yeah. And there were all these characters that were floating around, and they were experimenting slightly with, what kind of character would go with the Doctor and who they might choose. So when I initially got the part, it was just for those 3 episodes for Dragonfire, and they weren't quite sure whether they were going to use. I think by the time they got to Dragonfire, they realised that this character would probably go best with Sylvester's Doctor.
It also helped because you had continuity as well, obviously, because you would have then gone off. It would